Greater Idaho needs to happen. This isn't something new. What they're trying to do is there's counties in Oregon that are trying to secede from Oregon and become a part of Idaho. That's kind of like what West Virginia did, but West Virginia, those counties became their own state, West Virginia. So we're going to see more of this, and we should see more of this because the way our politics are lined up, what I'm seeing off of X, these people in these far left communities, their far left policies. Like I lived in Washington State, and if the people who lived around Seattle, the metropolis around Seattle, were highly leftist people. You know, I lived in Puyallup, probably like 30 minutes from Seattle, and that was somewhat. It was kind of like there's a little bit of rural aspect to it. It was kind of close to Tacoma, so that it was kind of, but it wasn't. But if you go a little bit farther out, it becomes more rural. People have a different way of thinking. They have a different way of living. They don't have the same policies that the leftists want to keep pushing, the radical policies. And, you know, you get to a point where you don't represent me. You know, like the whole east side of Washington State is not being represented by the west side of the state. The side was Seattle. So like they can vote in a new stadium and then, you know, force the taxpayers of Spokane to have to pay, which they're like 5 hours away. They're not going to be, you got to drive 10 hours to go see a game. You know, obviously, like if you're going to do that, you're going to go stay with family, if you have family that lives there, or you're going to go get a hotel. But basically, yeah, like Spokane is so far away from any major city. Like that area, that's the area I kind of wanted to live by. It's absolutely beautiful over there, but it's like they're oppressing them. You know, like they don't care. Like they hate people like me. They hate free thinkers. They call us people like they say that we're constantly we're fascist people. We're aligned with the guy with the funny mustache. Like you hate us. You hate us. But then like you don't have any like if you look at California, there's a concentration of people, and that's what Seattle is. It's like these cities are concentrations of people that rely on the rural people to produce things like apples in Washington State. It's like you're not representing these people. These people have a different way of thinking than you. A lot of people in rural areas vote Republican, and you hate them. So you should have, if you hate us and you hate Republicans and you think that they're fascist, shouldn't you not want them to be a part of your society? Should you not want the benefit of their income, like whatever they produce? Because like they're fascist. Do you hate these people? Let these people go. We need to start redrawing map lines where it sucks. It sucks we have to do this. But there's counties that are not being represented and they're being oppressed by these people with their like socialistic ideas. And you either have like one choice. You got two choices. You can stay there and deal with it, or you can move to a more like ideology friendly place that aligns for you. But essentially these places are just like oppressing these people. Like they take in their taxes. Like if you hate these people, like trust me, like you people you far leftists, I hate you too. Like seriously, you hate me. I'm not a fascist, even though you call me that all the time. just because I like Trump. Because you're ignorant people. It's like, it's almost like we live in two different dimensions. That's what it seems like. I live in reality, and these people live in a bubble. These people live in some type of like Disney fantasy. You got people who live in real life, like they have to go to work. They don't work remote. Um, and it's just like we're not aligned. So like, if you hate them, let these counties vote to secede from your state, even though like, yeah, it's gonna take a big hit. Like if you look at Oregon, like greater. So what I think will happen is I think that you'll see basically you'll probably see Oregon dissolve into Washington State. That's what probably happen. If it, because like you have to vote to secede from the state or whatever, and then it has to go through Congress. It should be like, dude, Congress, piss off, man. Like seriously, like if they don't want to be a part of like let them go. Let them go to another state. Why do you care about what county is where? If this county's not being represented, like if their gun rights are being trampled on by an oppressive government, state government, let them go. Let them go to another state. Like we might even see places like Austin, Texas, secede from Texas. It might actually go to another, like it might become California. That would be so crazy. Like it's remote, and you might see these cities like what will probably happen is you'll see these cities like start forming their own type of blob, but the thing is like the problem with that is like if you live in the Midwest, what these territorials will do, what these red territorials will do is they'll just be like, you got to pay a bunch of money, a bunch of taxes to use our roads, to transport goods. So like your city's right in the middle of our red state, like Austin. Well, I mean, you're gonna have to pay to get you're gonna have to pay an exorbitant amount to do that, because like these cities don't really produce anything. I mean, they do produce, but you still need flow of trucks going back and forth. You need goods to flow, but if there's no flowing, it's just there's nothing coming in and out. So if they manufacture, you need stuff to come in and out. So I just don't see that being very sustainable for the left to have like a remote Austin, like California type situation. But we have to let state lines be redrawn. California needs to be redrawn. We probably need more states, honestly. We probably need another 10 states, 20 states. I mean, another thing will probably happen is at some point you'll probably see like parts of Canada, like you might see Canada stay, like all of Canada might not fall. Who knows economically, but like you could see Seattle, Portland, Oregon, all the way up to like Vancouver, like being its own state. But the problem is like they have the ports though. That's the thing. And this is why I think the number one reason why blue states do better than red states, like they always say, economically wise, blue states are better than red states. It's like because you have the ports, so like you have ships coming in and out of your port, so like you can trade more. So they do have that aspect. And that's why you see kind of like on the map, it's all like by the water. The blue states are usually by the water. I'm not sure like why there's not really a lot of ports in Florida, but I would obviously they probably. I'm not sure about the traveling of the ships, like which their shipping lanes or whatever like that. I'm pretty sure like China probably just goes through the Pacific to get to California. But yeah, that's why they do so good. But like, here's the thing: is like you can do that, but you still like in cities you don't produce food. I mean, you can, but it's a lot harder because you don't have the land. They would have to do like vertical farms. And what I see is just a total. I don't even want to be in our cities. Like I don't want to like go work in our big cities. I don't want to. If I have to travel through a big city, like if I'm going on a road trip, I like to make sure I have gas either to just to get through it. So I'll stop if I have a half a tank of gas. I'll stop like outside the city to fill it up, so I don't have to stop in the middle of the city because I don't know where the bad areas are at. I don't want to run out of gas in that city or have to, get off the expressway and then go to a bad neighborhood because I don't have any gas. So like, there's so many. Like, why do we have bad areas? It's absolutely ridiculous the way that they're running our cities. And yeah, the greater Idaho is I hopefully it happens. I hope you know and it should like half of Washington State and Oregon should be absorbed by Idaho. And I like I said, I think that Oregon will probably just go away. Probably just become maybe it'll just become a county, right? And then you'll just see Washington State absorb Portland or the rest of Oregon. The thing is like from North California to where all the big cities are on California, that's like a bunch of rural area. So I'm not too sure that they can just like become one huge state like California all the way up and down the coast. Like they just take it might just be like one huge skinny state is just like up and down the coast. Because like you see like some of these rural areas in California branch off to was it like Nevada? I think that's right next to it, and like Arizona. Yeah, you just like the people on the left, like you don't represent us. Your ideas of reality is just completely different from like the regular person, and we're just tired of it. That's why America voted for Trump, because like we see government mismanagement. We see like so much government waste. Like, while the rest of us are like scraping by just to keep a roof over our head. Like, I was at the store with my son the other day, and I was like, "Dang, there's a 65-inch TV for $350." Now, I'm sure it was on sale, but still, like entertainment is becoming cheaper. Like that TV would have costed like $10,000 20 years ago. And it was like $350, but like prices of rent, prices of food, gas, utilities, cars. I've seen this guy's YouTube channel, and he's seeing like he went on this lot, and there's these trucks, like just regular trucks that are like working trucks. They're made to haul stuff. They're made to be a working truck. $140,000? Because like like the people who like the I don't know, the architects or like the people who do all the office work, they want to act like they're masculine or whatever. Like, I got a big heavy truck, but you don't even use it. It's just like it's a bigger version of like a Cadillac or something. It has all the bells and whistles, but you don't use it. It's just like seeing like one of these big lifted trucks that doesn't go off road. Like these women that have all these Jeeps, but they don't take them off road. It's like, why do you even have a Jeep if you don't go off road with it? That's the whole purpose of it. It's just a status symbol to try to pretend you're something that you're not. But that's what I'm saying. It's like so crazy to see that trucks are worth 140,000, 160,000. I seen like he was like he pointed out 160,000. Who the hell can afford that? Like, seriously? That's crazy, man. Like, people have that much money that they can spend that much on a truck. not a sports car, not a fancy supercar, just a regular truck. It's not a regular truck, it's probably like the souped up 350 or whatever, like that. Whatever. I'm not a car person or a truck person, but it's like the max towing or whatever. But still, like, I can't even afford a house. People are saying, like, I can't even afford a house. I can't even get a loan for that much for a house. And we got trucks worth that much. Man, if I'm buying something that is that expensive, I better be able to live out of it. It's like, it better have land. Like, I better have land somewhere I can go back to. Like, I better have, like, that's a lot of money. And I understand, like, prices have went up a lot because of, it's so crazy. Like, this is a little bit off topic, but, like, seeing the government waste. I heard a paperclip, or maybe it was a box of paper clips of the Pentagon spent like $2,000, something around that, maybe $1,200. I don't care. It's like $2 at the store. Why do they do this? Like, to see this waste, but like, why do they do this? Because they get so much of a budget, and if they don't use up the whole budget, then they have a less of a budget next year. I don't understand why we do this crap. I don't know who made the stupid laws up or whose stupid rules. Like, we should not be wasting. Like, they waste so much, and it's just like, then they put it on us with inflation. Yeah, we got to pay their stupid taxes. All these stupid taxes. Double taxes. Like, I gotta get taxed on my income, then I get taxed to spend my money. Then I gotta get taxed to buy a house, and then I gotta pay property taxes on top of it. It's like, dude, I'm getting taxed out all over the place. But then we get hit with the hidden tax of inflation, and that's like, what's inflation? Most people don't understand what inflation is because they keep printing out more money, keep putting more circulation out there, devaluing our dollar, and for rich people who have assets, they don't feel it like the regular person because our wages don't keep up. We got to wait for these companies to up their revenues, their prices, so like they get the money, so they feel comfortable that they can pay our wages to a certain level. And it's just like, can we have a little bit of like stableness? Like, we can't keep just doing this, like inflating the currency constantly. Like, it's unstable, and that's why people feel like, that's why there's no carrot. People feel like there's no carrot. They don't want to work. Not only they, like, especially men don't want to work because women just don't like most of us, 90% of us, 80%, whatever. They're just not attracted to us. Well, for whatever reason. But then, like, we men have that to deal with. But then we have to deal with the inflation of trying to like keep a roof over our head, and it's like, dude, I'm just trying to get by. Can I own a house? Like, seriously, can I have a house? No, okay, then I guess I'll be homeless. I was out here, this staffing company tried to like offer me a job, and I would have to drive 26 miles. That's like, it said like 30 minutes, 40 minutes travel time for me to get there. And they only want to pay me $13.50 an hour. $13.50 an hour? Really? Dude, I need to make $21 an hour for me to survive. I'm not going to waste my time commuting 40 minutes. Like, that's almost like an hour and a half of my day, just the commute, the wear and tear on my car, the gas, to make $13.50. Seriously. And the funny thing is, this company wanted me to drive brand new Jeeps to a different spot. Like, they come off the line and they need to go to a different place. They store them somewhere. So they wanted me to do that. They wanted me to be no marijuana in my system, great driving record, and they don't want to pay me $13.50. Like they want me to make less than fast food workers. Like what? All that responsibility to have to drive these cars from point A to point B, brand new cars, for 10 hours a day for $13.50? Are you kidding me? Like that's like half of what I was making on my last job. And I said, no way, dude. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting up at 4:30 in the morning, driving out there. Now, if I'm going to get paid $22 an hour, okay, cool. But if you're going to pay me like nothing, maybe it's good for people who live like right there. Maybe that's good for them. But I just thought like, man, that is crazy. Like if like employers, you're going to have to get used to training people. That's number one. You're going to have to get used to because I'm out here seeing all this stuff like, and I'm looking for like supervisor jobs. Every single one of them says I need to have a bachelor's degree for no fucking reason. I turned down a supervisor job and moved up to Michigan, which I don't know if that was a huge mistake. I guess it was a mistake at this point, but like the whole idea that we need a bachelor's degree to supervise people is just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, you need to have this experience in Excel. Like, I can't learn. Hey, let me pass these tests. That's what they need to do is they need to start putting out more tests to see if I can pass. Am I competent? Do you think that there's potential? Let me try to do these different tests. If I can pass these tests, then like, yeah, okay, cool. And I see some of them do that, but it's just like, you want me to be stone cold sober, like, and not pay me shit. Like, seriously, if I'm going to make $13.50 an hour, I better fucking be high. Like, you better not fucking care if I smoke weed. Because you're not paying me shit. And that's why people don't want to work. Because these companies don't want to pay nobody. And this was a staffing agency. This is a staffing agency that obviously that doesn't understand economics. So they're just trying to suck everything out of their workers they can. Because they didn't even offer me medical, nothing. Like if I'm gonna make $13.50 an hour, I want my full medical paid for. Everything. Every time I go to the doctor, you pay for it. But they don't want to take care of us. We see all these people on welfare, which I'm fine with, like people on welfare being taken care of to a certain extent, especially like the kids. But like the people who keep the infrastructure moving forward, you know, I declined my health insurance. Even if I didn't lose my job, I declined it for this year. Because I was like, why would I want to keep this? Why would I want to keep a health insurance that I would go bankrupt probably? Any person would go bankrupt if they had to meet their deductible. I got to pay $300 a month. Plus I got to pay copays over like $100 a copay. And then I have to meet the deductible of $9,000, $13,000. And yes, I could have got like a lower deductible by paying more per month, have a higher premium. But it's like, if you're gonna, there's no point for me to have insurance. There's no point for me to pay for it because I would rather just, if I get fucked up, I just go to the doctor. They fix me, send me a bill. Oh, I can't pay this. I'm going bankrupt because I'll go bankrupt anyway. Either the bill goes on some type of credit, which I won't be able to pay, or whatever. Like, we don't make enough. You know? I seen a YouTuber talking about, like, how he pays, he lives in New Orleans. Big Ward. Awesome channel. He pays $1,100 a month in medical for him and his son, I think. And he had to get some crazy medicine for his kid. He needs it. He needs that medicine. And it was like $600 for a copay. And then the lady's like, hey, just like, that's crazy. Go to the website, do this, and give you a discount. And then he only had to pay $37. So like, it went from over $600, almost $700 to like $37. Like, why? Seriously, like, why you can't keep taking from us and expecting us to keep wanting to work. The people who keep this infrastructure moving forward, the people who actually work jobs, should be first to be taken care of medically. I'm sorry, like that's where we're at. If you're a parasite, I'm sorry, like I come before you. I know that sounds bad, but that's where we're at right now in our society. I am more important than you because you will not get in, like you won't have any benefits if I don't work. I don't think that people on welfare understand that, or leftists at all. Like if I don't work and produce and you don't, if I don't get taxed, the interest doesn't get paid on our debt. So like we are more important because we're the ones keeping this infrastructure moving forward. That's why we are more important. They don't do nothing but sit there. A lot of these people on welfare, like, or these are bad neighborhoods. There's drugs. Like, it's despicable, horrible. Not all, definitely not all. I was on it before, like when I first started my family, and I got off of it. It is what it is. It's fine to have it like in a temporary state if you need it. And the way it's set up is to keep you on it. It's like a trap to keep you on it. And it's so ridiculous that we have these waiting lists for Section 8 housing that are like 10 fucking years, man. So nobody wants to get off of that. Because they're afraid if like they go out there and they get a real job and they try to do better for themselves, that if they do fall on hard times, they'll be homeless. So they're just like, I'll just stay here. I get free housing. Everything's taken care of. But it's just like, if people like me aren't producing, you're not going to get anything. And the thing is, like, people like me, there's like, you see it all over on the internet. What's the point of working? I don't know. I don't want to work. I have no desire to work. Why is it like that? Because there's no carrot on the stick. Not if I'm working, I should be able to like, unless I'm like spending like all my resources. But what they've done to us by printing out all this money, by devaluing our dollar, by making us acquire more debt. Like how many people, like credit card debt is insane, even for me. But the average person is just like strapped to the gills with credit card debt because everything is so crazy expensive. And then they tax you on top of it. It's just like, and then you see this government wasting. It's like, dude, do these people that are rich and famous and these people who have like all this responsibility, all these CEOs, all these government officials, do they think that they're untouchable, that people won't, like, there won't be a French Revolution, there won't be more Luigis? And I'm not saying that I'm not advocating for that. And if, people, you're giving people ideas, it already happened. Luigi's already happened. So, like, the president, it's already been set. Like, the president, whatever. Trying to sound smarter than I am, I guess. Whatever, I'm an idiot. But, like, it's already happened. So, like, someone's already came out with the idea. The dude's in prison right now. Think that, like, people are really, like, you think that people aren't thinking to themselves, like, you're wasting my money on this? Like, I'm being taxed so you can waste my money on this. And then we see judges say, no, we need to have government waste. They're blocking Doge from, like, exposing government waste. Like, dude, people are gonna lose it, and they're gonna be coming. Like, do you think that you're invincible? You think that you're untouchable? Like, I'm not advocating for this. I don't want that to happen. But people will just, like, lose their shit and be like, dude, I'm fucking sick of this shit. I don't give a fuck. No, like, people will just, like, look at Luigi. Didn't give a fuck anymore. Didn't give a shit. Think that other people aren't thinking the same shit? Like, dude, fuck you. Like, you think you're better than me anyway? And you're fucking, like, I don't have anything left. I don't have a house. I'm about to be homeless. I don't give a fuck no more. So I'm taking my anger out on you, fucking CEO, judge, what the fuck ever. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. This is just my observation, man. I'm not telling people they should, like, I don't think that people should commit, but I'm just saying, like, people are being driven to this point where they're going to start acting out on these politicians, on these judges, on more CEOs who are just like, You're screwing me over so hard, and you're living on the like high on the hog. You don't do anything. You are a fucking parasite. That's why you see people in Haiti do what they did. That's why you see with the French Revolution, the Haiti Revolution, because people just lose their shit and they don't give a fuck no more. They start losing their kid. They lose a kid because of somebody else. Like, yeah, like, dude, I can't afford. My kids are starving, or something crazy happens in their life, and they're just like, fuck this shit. I've had enough, and then they act out violently. What I'm hoping is, we come back to stability. We come back to prosperity. We have less war. Less war. More prosperity. More building. More fairness for the American worker. The left always wants, oh, I'm for the American. You're not for the American worker, bitch. Bernie Sanders is sitting here as a millionaire acting like he's a working class. You're not working class, motherfucker. Try to be on my level. Try to be on my level for a year and see how you like it. You wouldn't be able to survive, especially Bernie Sanders. Like, he never even had a real job. But all these people are so entitled. They live in a bubble. And then, like, I'm telling you, if Kamala would have won, we would have had social breakdown. People would have just said, fuck this shit. They wouldn't give a fuck no more. All this shit would have broke down. There would have been... civilization would probably ended, honestly. Not all humans, but I'm saying, like, most of us probably would have. Like, I was very doomer with her being in charge, with the Democrats keeping power. I see them calling Trump a fascist when he's reduced. How is he a fascist when he's reducing the government? That makes it like literally no sense. These people on the left, all they do is lie at this point. I don't even want to go on X because all they do is lie. Like, they're just lying constantly. Trump's horrible. Like, that's all they can say. Trump's horrible. Elon's horrible. Like, why? You want government waste? Like, okay, if you want these programs to keep going, funding atheism in Pakistan, fund it yourself. Fund that. I don't, like, I'm more worried about myself and other Americans in my position than other people in different countries. I want us to get our stuff together because we need to get our stuff together. Then we can help out other people. I can't just, like, if the oxygen mask I'm in a plane, I can't just go on and help other people put the oxygen masks on and then put mine on last because I won't have any air. I do more damage. I can put my oxygen mask on first and then start helping other people. That's where America's at. We need to help ourselves. We've been screwed over by the Democrats and Republicans too. It's both sides, man. Both sides have caused this problem. It's more of the Democrats. I'm not gonna lie. It's more of the Democrats. That's why I'm anti-Democrat at this point. I fucking hate you. Like, you hate me. Guess what? I fucking despise you people. I fucking hate you. You are blatant fucking liars. You're arrogant as fuck. You act like you're so much better than everybody. Like, I am so fucking smart because I went to fucking college. Like, do you know how to fix anything on your fucking car? Do you know how to change your fucking tire? You know how to do anything? You don't do shit. You can't do anything in real life. You need to pay somebody else. And I'm not going to say I'm not much better. A little bit, I'm a lot better than those people, but like the average person and like the average man in my position, like they can fix a lot more stuff than I can, but like these people, they don't understand how much they rely on other people that they fucking hate. They rely on us so much, and you fucking hate us? Like, fuck you, dude. Go fuck yourself. That's it.